Hello, this is Activist Victor, and today we're going to start our How to Play Chess series, where I will teach you everything you need to know to play chess, including some basic strategy. But for starters, we're going to have to start by setting up the board. Now, the first thing I want you to note is that when you set up the board, make sure that this square that is on the right side towards you is a white square. That's how it is officially done. And I know technically it quote unquote doesn't matter for home games, but it's good to get in the practice of it, and it'll help with piece placement later on. So, that being said, the first piece that you want to know about is this one. It's the pawn. It's typically the shortest piece, and it's really easy to distinguish because there's 8 of them, and the highest number of any other piece you have is 2. So there's 8 pawns, and when we're looking to place them, we place them not in the first row closest to us, but in the second row closest to us. So this one right here. And we place one in every single square of this second row. This might take a little while because I have to drag it. Second one that we want to look at is this one, the rook. It's typically shaped like a castle. So if you're playing offline, that's a good way to recognize it. There are 2 of them, and they go in each of the far corners of the board, like so. The next piece next to them is the knight. It's typically horse-shaped, and it goes right next to the rooks. The bishop is the next piece. It typically has a notch in it, or looks something like this, depending on which model, and it goes right next to the knights. Now, the only pieces that are left to place are the king and queen. The king is typically distinguishable because the king typically has a cross on his head, and he goes on the only square left that is of a different color than the army that you're talking about. So in this case, since it's the white army, we put him on the black square. And the queen obviously goes here, but just in case you're trying to put this first, a good rule of thumb is the queen should go on a square that's the same color as it is. So since this is the white queen, it should go on a white square. And it's useful because it prevents you from making a mistake like this, which technically doesn't affect anything, but for official purposes, yes, it does. Or playing with a board arrangement that's incorrect like this. Now that we've placed all the white army's pieces, what about the black army? Well, it turns out that it's actually symmetrical around this line in the board. So if we take the second row away from here, the second row away from here should be filled with pawns directly across from the other pawns. Then the rooks should go in these far corners directly across from the ones on the white side. Knights should go next to them. Bishops next to them. Queen across from the other queen, and king right across from the other king. And there you go. That's how you set up a chessboard. And next time, we're going to go into some more detail on how to move all the pieces and stuff. So this is Activist Victor signing off. Hope you learned something.